Oh shit. All right. Cool. Well, we're just gonna get started right now. I feel like I'm dying right now. Literally, I've just been editing this. I've been editing the NFT NYC vlog forever. It feels like, and I'm just about done wrapping up a couple last things. I've been editing it myself, by the way. So we're gonna talk about in this video harsh realities of being an NFT YouTuber. I thought this would be an interesting video. Right now, I've just been editing the video for so long, and I've got a couple other videos I want to do, but I don't want to do them as lives, and so I wanted to just make sure I got a video out today, even though I got a short out, and I don't have to do daily uploads, but it's just like I can, so I just try to if I can. And so center this real quick. Yeah, we're gonna start right now. So click like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. Harsh realities of being an NFT YouTuber. At 7,000 subscribers, I went full time at 1,000. If you guys remember, that was a long time ago. But I got full time employment from a project called Ugaverse. That's kind of why I had them in the thumbnail, just so a respect thing. They employed me full time into the YouTube world because I was making content that was really helpful. That was time sensitive at that point in the bull market. And so I basically just give them videos to their closed community early as a form of like an extra alpha, extra benefit of being in their alpha. And so that was one of the main things I did. And then I kind of transitioned out of there, was able to build my own online business online. But as far as harsh realities of being a YouTuber, as I said at the very beginning, you're always editing. You are literally always editing. And for me, it's not a bad thing because I've been editing for 10 years, been making YouTube videos forever. And so editing isn't that bad, especially because I have a specific style and it's not just the editing that you have specifically. Like for me, I understand the NFT world. I also understand the content world, and I understand the consumer world. So there's like multiple things that go into editing because you have to have all three to be able to edit it the way you need it to be done so that the viewer can watch it the way I intended when I filmed it. And so if that makes sense, it's hard to find an editor. You can't just like hire a random person. Most of the time it won't work. So you're spending a lot of time editing. And then there's never enough content. Like there's literally always videos I need to be making, and it's fine. But at the same time, like it's like frustrating because I always want to get through them all. But the thing is, like once you get through them all, you're like, oh wait, now what do I film? And it's because you like flew through it. So I try and like not stress about the fact that I haven't filmed videos because I have forever. Like I literally have until forever to film all of them. And so part of me thinks that maybe it's the editing that if that was freed up, I'd be able to film more content. But at the same time, if I just didn't have to edit, then I would just have so many videos that I don't even know if I need to not have, like, I don't know if I need to have an editor because like if I didn't have an editor, I'd be filming so many videos, you know? So I'm not sure what to think about that. But the reality is there's always so many videos to be done. You're always editing. You don't leave your apartment for days at a time. Sometimes like I have to I have to literally force myself to get out of bed or get out of my office here and like go outside and do anything. Like it's so hard sometimes to make myself go somewhere because it's like I don't need to. Like everything I have is within 10 feet of me, everything. And on my computer, my phone is 99% of that. And so a lot of times I'm like, oh, there's no point in going for a run. There's no point in going to buy food or like literally anything I need to do because I'm like, I just don't feel like it. And when you live in your office, it's kind of hard. So I think in the next year or two, I'm probably going to branch off and maybe get like a bigger place. That way I have like rooms set up, like maybe a studio office room and then like a bedroom and then like a living room or something. I think that actually there might be something to it. I think until like this year, I was like, no, it's better to have a studio. Like you have everything right here. But I think it's more of like a mental thing. Like you get to change rooms. And it's like a mental shift. Okay, like now it's time to work. Then you go to the living room. Now it's time to relax. You have your own kitchen. Because like right now I'm in a studio. Like my kitchen's right here, 6 feet away from me, and my bed is like upstairs in that little loft thing that you can see the stairs right there. So yeah, next one. It's a numbers game unless they know who you are. So right now, you guys know I only have like 7,000 subscribers on YouTube, like 6.5 on Twitter, like 6.5 on TikTok. So if someone comes to my page, unless they know all the people that are following me and they see all my mutual friends, and if there's someone in the space and they're like, oh shit, so a lot of my people know him. Other than that, like if they don't know who you are, then they do judge your shit based on your numbers. And a lot of times they're like, oh, if he's not at this many followers, he's not doing anything important. And that's annoying a little bit, but at the same time for me, it doesn't matter because I have enough reputable people following me where I think it kind of offsets that. But if you're a new person, you probably wouldn't go to me versus someone with 100,000 followers because you just associate the 100K with more value. And on Twitter, it's a different game, and YouTube is a different game because you don't know where they got those followers from. They could have had 4 viral videos that went off. With Twitter, you could have done whitelist giveaways during the bull market and gotten to 100K very easily. I know a lot of people who did that. So you just don't know. And so the problem is it is a numbers game. And a lot of times in the social media world, it's the same. You know, if you move it to like LA or something, you literally have to have like 100K to to anything. Like they don't even take you seriously because it's all numbers at that point. But it is interesting to see how it's worked. The NFT world hasn't been that bad for me because it's a small world relatively, and so like people know each other and stuff like that. So not a huge deal. But next one, you can't really find. Okay, so this is more for like remote work. Like it's hard to find people in real life, which for me doesn't matter as much because like I don't have time for them anyway. Even if I did make friends, I wouldn't make the time honestly at this point in my career because I'm still in my building phase, and I just right now I can't in my head be like, yeah, let me go spend 4 hours with my friends a couple times a week. It's like that's 8 hours of time that I wouldn't have back. And right now I don't have that luxury yet. But even if I did have that luxury of going out, it's still exponentially harder because like where do you meet new people, right? Like you meet them at work or something, which I don't do. I don't work at a bar or something. Like I thought about it. Like if I had my time freed up, there's a chance I would literally go get a job because like that would offer me like because like if you don't have a job and you don't have a club that you're in, you know, there's a chance I may sign for like MMA. There's a chance I might go to like a soccer club. Like I might do those things. But chances are, if I had free time, I probably would either do that or go to a bar and work like a bartender. Like bartending's fun, and so maybe I'll do that just for like mainly a social thing, a little bit of extra money on the side too, maybe a little bit of connection building and networking done there. But the reality is like when you work online, it's probably harder for you to meet new people. And it kind of depends on like who you are and like how comfortable you are being by yourself. I lived in a car for 6 months and traveled solo for 6 months by myself, totally by myself. So like I'm very chill with being alone. I'm totally happy, especially online. Like I don't feel alone. You know, I have my community. I have the entire Twitter community, the whole YouTube community. I can always be working on something. So I kind of am okay keeping busy right now, especially in my 20s. All the people I look up to all say the same shit. They're like, don't blow your 20s on dumb shit if you can help it. Because you can blow your 30s on dumb shit. But if you take care of your shit in your 20s, at least you can blow in your 30s and not be screwing yourself because you'll have set yourself up to be able to blow it off a little bit. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point where I'm just blowing off shit ever. But at least you have that luxury of being able to if you wanted to. Next one, you can get easy benefits. I wrote this because it's like you can get offers that'll no doubt ruin your reputation, and you can those kind of offers come in every day. Like literally, people just knock on your door, offer you the most just fucking scam, just straight up scam, and they're like, you'll get 5% of this or 10% of this or equity in this, and you're like, wow, if I just took this small bag, I could be set for like the next 10 years of my life. But you're likely going to get caught. Like I swear to God, like those kind of things, dude, if you succumb to something like that, I am a firm believer that the universe will get your ass back. Like you will be punished for that. I guarantee it. The world always fucking comes around to people who do shady shit. I believe that because it's fucking like that shit's true, dude. Like if you do something and you know it's wrong and you yourself inside start to rot, your world around you outside crumbles from the inside out. It will start to crumble. You'll start making up lies. You'll accept another deal later because you're like, oh, well, it's not as bad as that first one I did. And then like it'll go down a path that you don't want to go down that path. If you're like trying to be here long term, and you're trying to be a good person at least, you don't want to go down that path, in my opinion. And so like it is hard though. Like I've been in a couple of calls where I'm in there and I'm like, oh, that is so much fucking money. Like that is so much money. And they're sitting there like buttering you up. They're like, this is gonna work because we know this person. We got a lot of money here, and like you don't have to do anything. Like no one will know, and you're just like, oh my fucking God, is this really happening? And so those things happen, you know. And like I'm not even a crazy big influencer, so I imagine that there's been for people who have like 100K on YouTube, or like Giancarlo at MTverse, or some of these other boys and girls who are crushing it right now. I imagine they've been in some very fucked up conversations, and I hope to God they stay true to their own morals and stuff, because I have to imagine it gets worse as you get bigger. Like I have to imagine that because like I remember what's his name, Bradley Martin. Not to spread FUD on his name, but I'm pretty sure this is proven. It may not be, so don't take this and run with it. But I'm pretty sure he had like some deal where he made like 90 ETH to do some shitty promotion for a project that ended up rug pulling, and I was like, man, dude, like it's different. Like it's not a brand deal. Like with YouTube, especially, people are used to the brand deals, and that's one thing. But an NFT promo, that's an asset. An asset, but it's gambling. Like you're promoting someone else sinking their money into something that's gonna more than likely bring them nothing back in return. A brand is a bit different because it's like, oh, like that's a cup that I like, that'll help my life, and they're gonna get the cup. They will 100% get the cup. If you use your code, you get a discount on the cup. You get the cup. But an NFT project's like a promo for an idea that doesn't even exist usually most of the time. So it's like, yeah, I think in the crypto and NFT world, especially if you're an influencer in that world, oh man, I'm not particularly looking forward to those kind of deals, but they're out there, fam. They're definitely out there. You don't have to be a big time person to be in those conversations. I think a lot of those scummy ones, they'll take like anyone, literally. Like if you're in that conversation, they want to just make fucking money. They don't care about anything else. And this is my last one. This is never ending rabbit holes I wrote down. There's literally there's so many holes you could go into. There's so many places you could go. There's so many content bits you can go into. There's so many different styles of videos. There's so many collabs you could do. And in the beginning, at least for me, it's been very important not to go down too many, in the sense that I stick true to my own brand and I stick true to like the core stuff about me. And it's important not to branch away from that too much in the beginning. Like, for example, I've done a shit ton of different series, but they're all centered around my brand and they're all centered around content. But if you start to do too many promos, too many reviews, like for me, there was a point in my life where I was getting so many reviews and so many commissions that it was becoming ridiculous. Like every other video was a review, which is fine, but those were all the paid ones, which is not what my channel is centered around. My channel is centered around education, so I can't have too many promos or sorry, too many reviews, because that starts to take away from the value I want to provide. Like I'm a firm believer that my channel, if you watch it, brings you exponentially more benefit than if you missed my channel. Like I think if you come to my channel and watch my videos for a month, you'll be much, much better off than if you hadn't. I truly believe that for my content. So if that's true for my content, and I want that to be true for my content, I can't accept every single review because it just won't be helpful to you, because those reviews are for paying the bills. They're not for bringing value to you as much, right? What's up, David? Bryce is in the house. Let's fucking go. And so it's important, like in the beginning mainly, always, like forever, it's always important. But in the beginning, you have to stay true to what's important to you, because that'll be your biggest fucking flex in 10 months if you stick with it, because that'll be your biggest flex in a business meeting, right? Like I've been in the last couple of weeks, a lot of business meetings, because I think I'm finally crossing that hump of like, you know, NFT YouTuber to like, okay, you're legit, you're here, you're established, you're somebody. And I think I've crossed up that hump. So I've been in a lot of business meetings recently to discuss partnerships, sponsorships, business opportunities, shit like that. And so that calling card of like, I stayed true to my brand. I didn't do bullshit in the beginning. And that is the biggest flex for me. I don't have an alpha pass that went wrong. I don't have any of that shit that a lot of the NFT YouTubers, NFT influencers on Twitter pulled in the bull run, because now a lot of them are down under. They're toast. The project's kind of shit because it's like, what are we going to offer? There's no value here. And I made sure not to make those mistakes early on, because I knew the market would correct at some point. And at that point, I needed to be someone different when the market corrected, because that's when I would be able to cash in all my rewards, which is the 10 months of daily uploads I've been doing. And so now that I'm here, it's like, exactly, Bryce. Yeah, it's a Cinderella story waiting to come into fruition. It's exactly that. So yeah, you're 100% right. We're building now. And so I'm seeing my biggest, which is weird to say, I'm seeing my biggest success right now, like right now, in real time. This is when I'm blowing up. And it's just something I predicted back in the fall. I was already kind of blowing up, but not really. And I remember thinking, if I can just do my shit and not, you know, be thwarted by all these alpha calls and top 5 project videos that everyone's making every day, then at some point I will get my return. But it's also like, it might not happen. Like, what if the market never comes back? Like, what if it never corrects? What if it just keeps moving? I'll just be wasting opportunities. And I was nervous for a while there. But I stayed true, and I believed that, and I manifested it. And I continue to build my brand and build my IP, put my fucking glasses on everything, be super active on TikTok, 10 to 12 videos a day on TikTok, 2 to 3 videos a day on YouTube. And I just was like, no, let me fucking just do my shit. I know this is going to work. Let me just do my shit, and I'll just worry about everything else later. And I'm at that point where I'm at later now. So I just want to say first, thank you everyone who's been watching my channel, especially the people in my live right now. I appreciate you guys being here live with me. A lot of you from my channel who are watching have been here for a long time. And this is something that I am very happy about, because when I started my channel, I was very specific on the kind of content I wanted to make. I was very, very intent on audience curation. I want a specific type of person watching my channel. I want people who are educated, who are looking to get more educated, who want to be better, who want to learn. That's the kind of person I want watching. I don't want moon boys. I don't want 14-year-old kids who are just obsessed with me giving them answers. That's not what I'm here to do. I want people who respect themselves to come to me because they respect me, kind of thing, if that makes sense. And at NYC, I met multiple people who watched my stuff, and it was very cool. The type of interaction it was usually a handshake. I respect your videos. I respect your content. Like, nice to meet you. And that was like, that was it. And I was like, fuck yeah. Because I didn't want it to be people running up, screaming and hollering, taking selfies. Like, I didn't want it to be that. That's not the kind of audience I wanted to curate. So if you're in here right now, you're probably that person. So thank you so much. Predict's question here. Honest question: if the crypto market goes into a long-term bear market, 2+ years, do you have a contingency plan for your channel? It's extremely unlikely NFTs will recover for a while. Yeah. For me, nothing really changes. It's now a little bit bigger. It's more the Web3 and crypto NFT world in general, the business side. I mean, there's too many businesses in here. There's too many businesses in here and big money for the entire market or not the entire industry as a whole. I don't really focus on the market as much. I focus on the industry. And so there's influencers in the industry. There's news happening in the industry. But right now it's my IP. It's my IP as a digital creator who focuses on podcasts and builders in the Web3 industry. That's why my channel doesn't go up or down during the market. Obviously, there's less people in general watching NFT content, but my channel hasn't taken a hit like other channels have because my channel was never dependent, especially on the market. It was dependent on the industry of Web3 existing, that's not going anywhere, right? And honestly, right now, during this bear market, I'm actually glad that there was one because it is in this bear market that will carve out who's going to be here for real and who's only here for the bull run alpha calls. You're going to see a difference. You're going to see that YouTubers who are just here for the bull market because they can only make one type of content, and that means they don't actually have value because what they're doing is just gambling on shit and then hoping the market returns them well. Because if it's not, they stop making videos. And that's not good. That's not the kind of influencers you want. And they're not going to be the ones who are going to stick around. The ones who are going to stick around are the ones who are building in this market, continue to network, continue to find ways to make content that's interesting, and who are going to win. The ones who are going to win are going to win. The ones who are never going to win will not win this market. You will see them. You will see in 2 years they won't be here anymore. There's like 10 YouTubers right now, right? There's like 10 or 15 crypto YouTubers that are still here after the years of bear markets and the years of up and down, right? They're the ones that stuck around. Everybody else is dead, or they have like a few thousand subscribers. No one really cares about them. They're nobodies, right? But if you want to win and get to the top, which is me, I want to win. I will win. I will get to the top. There's only 1% of those. There's only a couple YouTubers in the NFT world that will make it. Only a couple. Like I swear to God, there's only like a handful. Like literally a handful. I will be one of those. So that's my goal. It's not contingent on the market for me. So anyways, that's my video. That went a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Honestly, I rambled way more than I thought. I thought my brain was completely dead, but I guess it's not. So I need to go on a run. I need to force myself to go on a run. Honestly, I need to get back into a habit. Oh my God. Like NFT NYC fucked me up as far as my routine and everything. Like I'm so screwed up from it. It was the best week ever, but man, I need to get my shit back together. There's been no break. That's the main reason I haven't had any break since NFT NYC. Like I basically hit the ground running, sprinting, in fact. And hopefully at some point I'll get like a 40-hour like relief rally or something like that for me. Maybe I'll film a couple extra videos one day, edit them all in one day, just like completely die, and then I'll have like 2 days of just like nothing. So maybe that's something I'll do, but I need to recover at some point. So anyways, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Like this video, subscribe to the channel for more NFT, crypto, business, lifestyle content. That's the other answer, Predex. At some point, Bryce, I'm going to try and bring him on full time, and I think I'll be able to soon if I can. He'll be coming here and helping me with a lot of lifestyle content, vlogging, business, and day in life shit, kind of like a Daily V style. I'm looking to build the brand. I'm looking to do everything Gary V failed to do in his 20s, which is just document more. And that's going to be me. I'm going to be the Gary V in 20 years, and I expect to be. I will be. And to do that, it's going to be dependent on these next 5 to 10 years of growth. So I hope you're here. I'm going to definitely be here regardless. Subscribe to the channel, join the community, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord down below in the description. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, continue on your joy age, continue to learn. I'm grateful you're live watching this video. Bye.